Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. And today I'm back with another recap of BET Plus new series Angel, episode 2, Friends or Foes. So yes, it starts off. Oh, sorry guys, sorry. So they do a recap of what happened in episode 1. And if you have not checked out episode 1, go check it out. It was the video before this one. So, Angel and Diamond, they're out at some place that Diamond likes to eat out, and she has like some chicken and jelly, and Angel was like, that's that fake chicken. Diamond was like, that's vegan chicken. So eventually Diamond lets Angel taste some, and she was figured out it was good. I mean, it looked good. So, but chicken and jelly, I might gotta try it out myself. But anyways, they get into the car, and Diamond sits down to eat her food, and Angel's in the driver's seat. Next thing you know, a car pulls up. Excuse me, and one of them had the gun out to her, like talking to Diamond. And Diamond was like, who is she? No, not who. Diamond said something, and then the guy and the passenger side was like, who is she? Shorty. And Angel was like, I'm not your shorty, I'm Angel. And then the other guy, the driver, he goes by Dutch. He was like, all right, you got a lot of mouth on you. She was like, listen, I got this. I'm about this. And then next, they said some words, and then they pulled off. And then after that, Angel was like, what was that all about? And the Diamond was like, that's my boy Dutch. I rock with him. He crazy and he do reckless stuff, but he's solid. He's good for that. And then, they go on about their day. So now we go to the Detective Monroe. She goes back to the foster kid's house, and they find the body. And, they basically just, trying to piece together what really happened. So now they're looking for the girls. So now we go to the hotel. Before we go to the hotel, Angel, she had to do this run with Diamond. So there's this girl who's walking down the block, and then there's this guy that they want. So they have a van waiting. So next you know, the girl, oh, excuse me. Sorry, guys. So sorry. The girl ends up luring the guy into the van. And we have Angel as the driver and the two girls that was from episode 1 that was in part of the warehouse. So they drive to this abandoned parking lot. And Diamond's out there waiting against the car. And they're supposed to take the guy to Miss Tony. So after the job is done, Angel goes to where Diamond is on the car, and Diamond was like, do you hear, wait, she asked, did you hear any sirens? And Angel said something to her. She was like, this is, Diamond was like, don't get cocky with it. So, and Diamond ended up giving her $200. She was like, that's it. And Diamond was like, listen, too many questions. Next thing you know, she hands out water cash. I guess she gave about like $5,000, something like that. So she was like, really? And then Angel was like, what you want me to do with the car? She was like, listen, you can't keep relying on me to drive you everywhere. So basically, she got 5 bands and she got a whip. Like, she living her best life. So now, Angel goes shopping or whatever. So they end up at a hotel. She brings back pizza and some stuff. And while she gets in, she puts all her money together and she puts it underneath the mattress and fixes it so they don't see it. She looks out the window at the other girls by the pool. And then she takes a piece of pizza and walks out to the pool and greets everybody. She was like, there's pizza in there if you want it, to Cherie. And she was like, nah, I'm good. So Angel starts to bite her pizza. She forgot that she had the razor in her mouth, and basically she just cut up her whole mouth with the pizza. So she spits that out, and Cherie was like, So basically, Angel was like to Cherie, you need to keep an eye on them. And Cherie was like, they're not my family. We're not, I'm not their mother. So Rain was trying to go under to the deep side, and Angel was like, where are you going? That's too deep. And Angel was like, do you want something? And then she realized, she's like, okay, no. She went back to the other side with the with Milk. And Cherie was like, I'm good. But then Angel decided to get believe, and then Cherie gonna ask her, I guess basically she need her get her some money, cause to do some drugs. So she was like, I'll see what I can do. And then Angel goes inside. And then she ends up calling the girls to go inside with them to eat pizza. So Cherie is just left outside. So fast forward, Angel leaves and she goes back to Diamond's house, and she wondered why the door was left kind of ajar. She goes in the house, she starts hearing this music. Next thing you know, she catches Diamond in bed with this girl named Winter, and Angel got mad, was uptight, was like, and basically Diamond was like, listen, Winter, you could go ahead and go back to the streets. And Diamond finished putting on her pants, and them two got into it. And Diamond was like, listen, this is my house. If you don't like it, you can leave. And Angel was like, exactly. So she stormed out the room, about to head out the door. And next thing you hear Diamond call back like, come here. Bring your butt here. Come here. And Diamond was like, why are you tripping? Angel was like, I'm tripping. Diamond was like, listen, she may be my side piece, but you my partner. And Angel was like, you did not hear what you just said. You sound like a whole dude. Like, that's how it be. Like, guys saying that they can have their kick at 82. Like, you can't have a main chick and then have somebody on the side. Like, make it make sense. You have to have a main chick or no chick. Like, come on now. But anyways, Angel, she ends up leaving anyway. So basically, they were mad behind that. Now, fast forward to, I think, another day or two. And, oh, no. Tony. Angel goes to visit Tony. And Miss Tony tells her, like, how Diamond really is, how she's selfish. She's possessive. Oh, sorry. And she's a little greedy. And Angel was like, why are you telling me this? She's like, listen, I'm just going to let you know, just in case. She said that she would, like, go to war for you. That's just how she's coming. So eventually, Angel takes everything into consideration. And then she leaves. Goes on to the next day. They're all getting ready to go to the pool. But mind you, Angel's in the bathroom. And Cherie knocks on the door and basically comes in. She was like, listen, y'all got to see the girls. And mind you, she's still on the toilet. And she ends up wiping herself, telling herself, okay, hurry up, I'm coming. And she goes out, see the girls. They go into the water, have a good time. And she ends up finding a way to push Cherie into the pool, and the girls have a good time or whatever. While they're in the pool for like 5 minutes, Angel gets a call, and she gets out the pool, come to find out it's Diamond. Diamond call her because it's not funny, but it's funny. Basically, Diamond's on her period, and she has cramps. And Angel was like, oh, poor Diamond has cramps. Because y'all be forgetting, like, she's a whole dude. She's trying to be a whole dude out here, but she's a whole female. But, you still got to go through the situation at the time of the month, But anyways, Angel was like, I'm busy. And Angel was like, all right, forget it. Next, Angel goes back to her house with some she goes to the store for Diamond. And while she's in the store, the guy that she always goes to, she just gets in the store. Detective Monroe comes into the store, and he pulls out the case file of all the girls. And she was like, have you seen any young girls into the store? And the guy, she called him Abdul. He was like, no, I haven't. She was like, you sure you haven't seen any girls come into the store? He was like, no, I haven't. I know you like little girls and boys. So if I find out you're lying, just know it's not going to be a pretty sight. So Detective Monroe, she leaves and walks through the case file in her car, and then she gets in her car and leave. Next, you know, Angel comes back out from hiding after she got the pads and tampons for Diamond, and she hands Abdul the money for it, and they just have a look, and then she walks out the store. So then Angel goes to Diamond's house and throws her the stuff, and she was like, she said something that quick, I forgot, but she said something to her, and they had a moment, and Angel was like, "You like me?" She was like, maybe not yet. Like, I just love myself more. Maybe you should try it. So next, they had another moment. And Angel goes up to her, was like, "You like me?" And that's when she said, "Yeah, not yet." So she ended up, they have a kiss. And they cuddle each other. And Diamond asked, can she order her some veggie rice? She was like, "You're so basic." Like, who eats veggie fried rice? Like, come on now. Where the chicken at? Where the meat at? Like, but anyway, they have a moment. After they have their moment, whatever, um, Angel tells Diamond about how Moreau was looking for them, and then Diamond was like, "You should go blonde." And okay, she took that into consideration. Next thing you know, Angel's now blonde. She shows up with Diamond at this place where I guess their caseworker is, because he's the caseworker for the whole house of Teresa. And Angel sits down, and she was like, in the chair. And then Diamond was like, "Listen, she's one of the girls on your caseload along with the other girls." And she was like, "Oh yeah, Miss Teresa, sorry about that." She basically paid the caseworker $10,000 to, let them be like lost in the system, and let them be on their own. Eventually, the lady was kind of hesitant, but she took the money, and she later on went up to Angel's car and gave her all the case files. She was like, "Listen, don't ever contact me again." Yeah, whatever. So then Angel started reading over the case files, and then it fast forwards and, well, basically does a backtrack of each kid. Come to find out, Milk's real name is Crystal. Show how she was murdered. Her mother and father was murdered in front of her. And come to find out by one of the guys that work on the task force. So he had a distinctive tattoo on his hand, is the one that killed her parents. So then by the time it was time for her to call the police, and the people came to check her body, the guy was talking to her. A guy walks in with the badge around his neck, and she notices she has a tattoo on her hand. So it's like, dang, she can't even say nothing. It's one of them. So yeah, that's how she gets put into Teresa's care. And then she goes into Rain's file. I don't know what her real name was, but they don't want to say what happened to her parents. Next, the caseworker showed up to Teresa's house with her, and then, Rain goes in to sit next to Milk on the couch and share dolls or whatever the case would be. And then when she gets to her file, found out she was adopted. So her parents that I was talking about in the beginning were not even her parents. They were still her adoptive parents. So it's like she basically got jumped around the system. Like, nobody really wanted her. And then she starts having a little mental breakdown, and she starts flashback on her parents, and then she decides to leave. And she goes to her new parents' house, the mom, and she was thinking about killing her. So she gets out of her car, and she takes the gun and walks up midway to her house to get her. Next, a little boy comes out and starts talking to her and the nanny. So she turns back around and gets in her car, and then she drives off. And then the lady, her mother, supposedly, she notices that she sees a car pulls off, and she's thinking like, maybe it could have been her, but whatever. She goes on about her day with her child. And then after that, she calls Diamond, says she needs her, and she basically tells her what happened. While she's driving to go back to the hotel, it's cops everywhere. And then she realized that the girls escaped, and also she went to the park to find them. They came out around the bushes, and then Cherie was trying to tell her, "Listen, they're not coming for us, they're coming for me." And they show what really happened. And Cherie and Rain were crying. And then Diamond told them to get, no, Angel told them to get in the car, and then she asked Milk, why are you not crying? She was like, because they're only crying because they're scared. I'm not scared. And then they all get into the car, and that was it. Like, now it's like they don't know who to trust, and they're on the run all over again. So, guys, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this recap. Like I said, you can only check it out on BET Plus. And be in for a treat, because this right here it was good. So, guys, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this recap, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.